Bert and Lulu!
The truth is, baby don't drink and they don't sleep.
Did any of y'all become a natural parent?
No way.
Every day I text him, what time are you coming back home?
When I don't like feeding, I will look at my time. Once I turn on the lights.
Did y'all have a conversation on whether or not to put Toto online?
When we moved into our new place, people came to our house like multiple times to knock on our doors, press on our doorbell. We were thinking whether Toto will go through that. But then we felt that
Today, we are joined by probably Singapore's most famous couple. They have over 2 million followers and 1 billion views across their social media channels. And more significantly, they've actually welcomed a precious little baby girl to their growing family just a few months ago. Buckle up because they're about to share with us the real behind-the-scenes ups and downs of being the first-time parents. Let's welcome Bert and Lulu!
I think you meant down and down.
And up. You never know. So first of all, congratulations. Second of all, who had a breakdown first?
Me lah. Really it's always me. She hasn't broken down, to be honest.
Right.
Like right from the get-go until now, I don't think she's broken down.
What do you mean? Like, can you describe a breakdown?
Yeah. And how soon?
First day.
Yeah, you really are?
I think like the first 2 weeks when we were back at home.
When the nanny's still around.
Yeah.
Because we have a baby, then we have nanny, then we have helper. So these all three.
And then you still break down.
No,
It's not easy.
They
It's
are
not
too new
easy.
for me.
Okay.
Yeah, so before that we don't have a baby, don't have a helper, don't have a nanny. So don't need to manage like these three.
You're right.
You're not just a parent, you're also a new employer. So you have to also solve
Yeah. I think the baby is very different from the door. Like we went for the parenting classes, right? They just have to burp.
What are you talking about?
Because there's reflexes. The baby will vomit. The baby will cry.
Can move.
Yeah, move. The dog doesn't do anything.
Yeah.
So I mean, it's useful to a certain extent, but
So your expectation going into it was that you're gonna nail this lah. Because the parenting class was easy.
first day, the baby come in, I tell the nurse, I burp. The nurse say, wrong. Well, so I think it's very different. The whole
I will stand by Bert on this because like when I had the doll also, right, I told Ned like, hey, how come people struggle with this? Yeah, really the baby come right around.
I was just joking on the door like that. Oh, very happy. Pok. And the trainer say, good.
The trainer asked you cannot hit so hard, not good.
Same lah.
So if I'm not wrong, Toto is about 3 months old right now, right? And there's actually quite an interesting story behind this nickname. Are you able to share that with us?
It's because like we 中 Toto.
Yeah, so that was like our one time trying. Like we were just saying. I think I asked her, I remember. So okay she's like, won't so easy one. I say, yeah, won't so easy one.
I let you know and then you say not so easy.
Okay, sorry. She said no.
So it's like 中 Toto also not so hard is a saying, you know. It's like,
No, it's harder. To us.
Both of y'all already had this conversation about like wanting kids, right? Like before getting married and all that.
I knew I wanted kids.
I am 50-50. So if my partner treats me really good and he loves kids, then I don't mind to have one.
What do you think is the most important thing for couples to talk about before having a child?
I think maybe 你们真的想要有孩子过后的生活嘛？因为你们有了孩子过后就回不去二人世界了。
You have to really envision what life as a couple will be like after becoming a parent, because a lot of it's going to center around the child.
Yeah.
Was there something specific that I guess like nobody tell you all about this, right? That now that you all know, you all wish that more people would know.
She told me once that people always say that babies only sleep and what?
Only drink and sleep.
Yeah.
But the truth is, baby don't drink and they don't sleep.
Oh no. Toto's not drinking well?
Yeah, recently because I think she's in the phase of rejecting. Was there a phase for you?
It wasn't for us. He drinks more. He wants more and more. But like it's I think a lot of babies go through that also, which is so tough because then you don't know whether the baby is eating enough. Then you are also stressed. But is she sleeping well at least?
She's sleeping well, but we're not sleeping well. I think.
No.
Sleeping well, but
nobody
not
worry about you anymore nowadays.
during midnight.
I realized that because the time I think the whole family got sick, right? And then my friends were like, "Hey, so how kena fever?" Then I was like, "Oh no, I never." Just like, "No, asking about you lah." Like your kid kena fever. I was like, "Oh yeah, sorry." I had to reframe. No, you are the least important person already now.
Did any of y'all become a natural parent? For example, your instincts kick in and you just know what to do with your baby.
No way.
No.
Not the both of y'all.
Yeah, every day I text him, what time are you coming back home?
Every day when I do night feeding, I will look at my time. Then I say, okay, almost 5. Once I turn on the lights.
So cute because they are like children. And now our children have children. That's the first thing I posted when I realized that they are pregnant, that our children is pregnant. What was the feeling when your baby first entered this world and then you lay eyes? Is it a rush of emotions hit you, or you struggle to find the emotions that you think you are supposed to feel? You all know what I mean?
I think for me, when I heard her first cry,
Okay.
then that was when I felt like this whole rush of emotions. That I broke down. Then subsequently, it was then processing this new addition.
Yeah.
Then after you slowly get to processing of like happiness, then blah 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 blah. I think for
So
me
it
was
hit
that.
you like a wave,
Yeah.
the feeling.
I have no feeling.
Okay. No, my sister also. That's why I was asking.
我只是觉得我终于把这个人生出来了。
Right.
I finally delivered this human.
I didn't force myself to feel the feeling.
Okay.
Yeah.
I think I had an expectation of it being about like happiness and joy and whatnot. And I think that came slightly later. But the most immediate feeling for me, right, was I was very overwhelmed by seeing something that I loved in a way I've never loved before. And I don't know how to explain it. But it was really like, I remember because I was stoning at him and Ned was like, how is he okay or not? Then I was like, I had to snap out of it. It was like, wow, I for the first time in my life, right, see something that I would really have unconditional love for, I would die for. Yes, for my wife,
Yeah,
but there are
that's
some
what-
conditions, you know. Like, you know, there's like one or two conditions. It's not really purely unconditional.
Yeah.
Like it was really a whoa. And then I remember like tearing a little bit. And then Ned is like, how is he okay or not? Then I was like, yeah, it's okay, sorry, I was stoning.
Can I feel this level of joy just by like, I guess like being an uncle, or I buy a dog, then I'm like equally as happy to like, you know, my dog managed to learn this trick. I think a lot of people talk about parenthood as like a joy that you cannot comprehend otherwise.
Yeah.
Do you all agree with that?
I agree. So I went to read up like why am I feeling this emotion, right?
Oh, wow.
So apparently they say when you have a child, some part of your brains get activated.
Right.
Oh.
Yeah, so it gets activated and then it will be there for like the rest of your life. And then this activation makes you feel like you want to protect the baby, and everything that he or she does makes you feel like you are very attentive towards her. It creates that. Apparently it's a brain thing.
I will also say to that, like my sister has kids and I didn't feel the same level of love when I became an uncle versus like a father, like, if that helps. So yeah.
But it's very hard to explain the smallest smile every morning that every night she fights with me, like every night she like fights against the milk, right? Yeah, like you're there. The next morning she smiles, then everything goes away.
Does it go away?
Until the next one.
Sleep piles up, no? At which point then you manage to sleep?
I think like month 5 or 6.
Oh
like
God, you got
6
2
it
more
becomes
months?
a little bit more routine. Like, but I also think every baby is different.
Yeah.
But for us, like month 6, it became a lot more routine. Like so very, very clear hours. I think he slept for like 6 p.m. to like 8 a.m. Like very, very on schedule. Only around
One shot?
Only after the 6 months. He'll wake up once and you know like, okay, maybe it's milk or whatever, and then settle like very easy.
No wonder it's like walking and shit.
But before that, I completely understand. It's very, very difficult. It's the unpredictability because it's very hard to like create or craft your life around.
Yeah, there's no way. So I always thought it was environment. So there was one night it worked very well. I think we managed to sleep quite a bit. Then I tried to replicate. It became worse. So there's no way to predict.
You can see you trying and it's like,
Yeah, it's like you don't know, was it the way I stand? Is it the direction of the moon? Is it like the moon?
you think you got me figured out.
So even at home, so there's this spot under the icon that we call the feng shui way. Then now it doesn't work anymore. Like it just keeps changing. There's no way to predict the next moment what she's
I want
going
to
to
add
do.
something to like the brain thing. I remember having this conversation with my sister. Growing up, right, between my 3 siblings, like other people's children would gravitate towards my elder sister and me. Like we are good with children like from
Maternal.
forever. Yeah. But my second sister, like don't care for kids, don't want to have children, and the children are scared of her anyway. Right? But she's the first in my family to pop a child besides my parents, lah, right? So then I remember 1 week in, right, she was not very happy. Like, and we asked her like what's going on, because she's the first one. So that first baby of the family, right? Everybody like swarmed the baby all day, every day. Like you wanted to sleep, you can sleep. The whole kampong is waiting to take a shift.
Right.
Yeah, we were excited to take a shift. But then she compared how excited we were over the baby versus how excited she was over her own baby.
Oh no.
And she say she feels like there's this maternal instinct that's supposed to be switched on now that the baby is in my arms and popped out, then didn't switch on for her. And she was worried for like a good week. She just described this as a stranger in my house. I mean, like we all took very good care of the baby, but she just like, it's just a very helpless stranger in the house. Then it took about 2 weeks. Then her entire personality flips. Yeah,
It came like
now she's the most protective maternal person I know in the whole family.
I wonder if it's a postpartum thing, like for the women.
I think some people just take time, and I think sometimes if it takes too long to switch on, I think women get depressed because of that. Theoretically. Yeah.
But I think it's the support system also.
Yeah.
Like the people that is around you when you recover, I think it's very, very important. We only realized that maybe like second week when after she popped the baby. I think because we realized that there's a lot of external factors that keeps like jutting in. But then that boundary that you set, I think it's so important because then you can push back so many things. And then she doesn't have to be the one making those decisions. So when you prep beforehand, then at least you know what you can do and what you cannot do. Yeah, kind of.
I think that period also is so overwhelming. So it could be that maybe, right, it didn't come to her because the family was so ready to take care that it was a good thing. Like her maternal instincts didn't need to kick in.
Right.
Because it's such a good...
She needed to see the suffering a bit.
Yeah. If there was no one there, it really had to kick in immediately.
Could be. Could also be, right?
No, the question is how come it kicked in for all of us? that was the question. Like everybody's instinct kicked in already, but for her, like she still feel weird carrying the thing, whereas we passing the baby around already, you know? But for her, she's like, is this right? Does the baby look comfortable, you know?
Speaking of that, my parents didn't used to come to our house. Like I think maybe only when we moved in, they came once. Now I think like after we had Toto, they have been here for like what, maybe more than 10 times.
Oh,
Right.
They always come, but they don't come to visit us lah. Kind of visit.
But they're helping with the take care.
Yeah.
Okay. So actually you're happy to see them.
Yeah, I think it helps with the family bonding.
it does.
Yeah.
Actually, sometimes cause like quite awkward, so you don't know what to talk about, right? Or like what not, right? With the baby, right?
Now
It's
you
like
have the third thing with your parents.
Yeah. And then because I grew up in a family that we don't say like I love you, that kind of thing, right?
Oh, okay.
So through Toto, nowadays, like before I bring her home, I would like through her say, oh, I need your nai, that kind, I need your that kind. Like, so then she will say that to Toto, like, I love you, I love you. So I think it has that middle.
But she got go through Toto to say you or not.
No lah, she will say, oh, I need your.
Tell your father.
yeah. But it's good that you can see some affection in that sense.
Yeah.
Actually, if I'm not wrong, I think you guys posted a video about like Lulu's recovery, right? You talked about enforcing like a no visitor rule. What was that about?
Because I want to like fully rest my body and my mind. So, and I don't want like friends and family to see like me without makeup. Dress up.
Yeah.
Then
It's just,
need to wear bra, whatever. so
All these things just crossing my mind for the first time.
So, I told him I don't want to have any visitors except for parents.
Right.
Yeah.
I think that's a fair ask. But a lot of people be like, hey, can I come now? Can I come visit? Then it's like, you also feel bad to say no. But I think it's good. Like you're setting expectation now. A lot of people are going to find that helpful.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They say no to their friends. It's
So
not
after we
personal.
posted that, a lot of people wrote in to say that they wish they had that rule. Yeah, because they say that that was the struggle, because I think it's a communication relationship problem. So like if, for example, your friends ask, and then of course they are all very enthusiastic about the baby ma, and you should be happy about that. It's just that because when she's trying to rest, then I think I should give her the power to do so lah. I think I shouldn't. Oh, come, then come, then the kind of thing. Yeah. So a lot of people say that they had that issue, and then they said they were very happy that we posted that out. So prior to like this whole thing, we had like conversations about we should be doing what we cannot do. Then what kind of space do you want? We create a space together so that people don't intrude that space. For example, with our parents, like they have their own tips about pregnancy, then baby, how to take care of baby, that kind of thing. So we set out boundaries with them also. Like we agree first. So our strategy is I will be the one facing my parents, she'll be the one facing her parents. Because they will not. So I don't have to go like cross lah. Once you go cross, then it's a bit more complicated. But then for us, it's like direct.
What were some of the boundaries?
Like what kind of food intake?
Like those pantang thing also.
That's very traditional
you eat
stuff.
spicy thing, then later your baby come out the
屁股会破裂。
屁股 will 烂掉 or something like that. Then you drink too many bubble tea, then baby will cough or what? Yeah, something like that.
These are just beliefs lah, like myths lah. Then we will try our best to like no lah that kind of thing. Then if not, then secretly we do it lah. But
okay, but we still drink and eat.
depending on the intensity and where was their initial thought lah.
And whether enforcement is possible. If not possible, then just let them feel like they play a part.
Don't show them this video.
Cannot eat sashimi.
Like, see, it's because you never drink bubble tea. Oh, really?
But she drank a lot.
Did y'all have a conversation on whether or not to put Toto online?
We did because we feel that, just for context, like when we moved into our new place, like people came to our house like multiple times to knock on our doors, press on our doorbell. Then so we had some troubles with that.
They got harassed, basically.
Yeah. So we also felt that we were thinking whether Toto will go through that. And then of course on the streets and everything, people will, and then of course like hate comments and everything, right? But then we felt that it's very difficult because our account was built on our everyday lives. Then it's very difficult to like do something without her. So we just felt that okay, let's just include her in everything that we do. And also I feel that it's paving her for something lah. Like maybe she might not want it, but people will forget her anyway if she doesn't want to do it. But we felt that at least I gave her that alternative to consider doing something.
Taking it further by herself, right?
I think y'all have like described your relationship online as like, y'all treat each other as like best friends and all that, right? I wonder whether has that relationship dynamic, I guess, changed a bit since you became parents?
I think not really for us. Right, I don't know.
I think he's still the same.
Is that a good thing or bad thing?
It's a good thing and what I expected. So nothing changed.
Yeah, because I think now in this phase it's more about like facing the problems together. Like when Toto, for example, has like colleague issues or like I don't know, like medical issues, then we will go through it together lah. So I think it's okay for now. I don't call her. No, we don't.
Okay,
because
if
even
not, we shall have words.
prior to like having Toto, we didn't call each other like by like names.
Pet names.
Yeah, we only posted like B and Lulu online, but we don't do that offline. Like I just call her by name. She calls me by my name.
Okay.
Yeah.
Right. Do y'all fight more now that y'all have a child, or is it more of a common enemy thing?
Common enemy.
So actually fight less.
We still have our disagreements lah.
No,
here
of
and
course,
there.
of course.
Yeah. We
Very
don't really
chill.
like. We don't really fight.
Who gives in actually when y'all don't fight? It means there's some person.
Look
like
at her, you will know already lah. Me lah.
Really? I thought it's her.
No way.
Support
Usually I will be like, never mind, forget it.
Yeah.
Everything's so
Just deep breath. Add one more line here.
No comment.
Okay. No words.
Has there been something that I guess y'all only learned about each other after y'all became parents?
I saw another side of her. Like she became, I didn't expect, because initially when she always say like, the kid will grow up like the way she is, blah, blah, blah. She always gives the very, I'm very chill mom comment, right? But now you will realize that on her phone, like all her researches and everything is all about like parenthood. Like,
Right.
Then I realized she actually really, really cares about the kid. She's very patient with the baby now.
Yeah.
Which I'm not. So
No, what are you expecting of this 3-month-old?
no, because Like she,
Like, why cannot be
I
yet?
initially really thought that I was going to be the like main person, like every day carrying her, feeding her, that kind of thing.
Yeah.
But no way.
So you all really split the duty half lah, right? Wake up at 2 o'clock means wake up at 2 o'clock.
Yeah, kind of lah.
At my shift end for the most part.
Yeah. We kind of split it quite evenly. Yeah.
I think he's what I expected lah, because he
No, which is a great thing.
no he treats me like a daughter ever since when we were dating.
Okay.
Yeah, so
That's a strange thing to say. That's a really strange thing to say.
How about change to princess?
Okay. But so he always felt fatherly.
Yeah.
yeah.
I'm a bit curious about is I think Dan and I actually had this conversation when he first had Ollie, in that now a lot of things that you're posting about, everything is all about your child because you're so excited to share that part, and I guess like, just overwhelmingly happy moments, right? But I wonder whether like, you know, is he concerned that being a dad is just now his entire identity? Then later on as your child grow older, right, then it's like, oh, you know, I don't know what are my hobbies anymore. I don't know who am I. When people look at me, it's just like, oh, this person only talk about Ollie.
I think we still have our me time. So like I still go through my regular routine of going, for example, morning I will go to the gym, then work, blah, 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 blah. So I think we are still quite balanced. For
Yeah.
her, yeah, I think she's still the same.
I think because the baby was like essentially a bit of a surprise. The timing was a bit of a surprise. How did that affect like maybe like the career plans that you all had?
Didn't really change for me because I've always been self-employed. So it was more of shifting my priorities around. So probably last time I used to do like 10 to 6, but now it's more of like 10 to 4. Then 4 I'm going to pick up Toto.
Shocks, yeah.
Yeah. Then bring her back, and then so that she gets into her regular routine every single day. Then I'll continue work like after or during like when I'm night feeding. Then I will usually reply emails, that kind of stuff lah.
With your social media?
Oh, social media very different. Because social media nowadays we can't really shoot content like leave her there, then we shoot content. Impossible. She would just like cry in like in a moment. So it was more of like trying to
Unless you
involve
script
her.
it in that she's crying.
Every video is scripting.
Action!
And also if she cries, then there will be like haters writing like why y'all do this to her, that kind of thing. So yeah, so we try our best to have that balance also on our social media also, I feel. I think for her also, except that now she works from home on Fridays. Yeah.
People don't realize the importance of finding self of identity, like reminding yourself that you are you also. So like I think I was more afraid that I wouldn't be there for Nat if like she needed me. Like for example, if she really needed a poop, then got no one there to like help.
Right.
So I was just more anxious. So I was like checking in almost like every half an hour, like, hey, okay, not like prepared to like if I need to drive back straight away, like I'm ready to go already. And like what made me realize also was that there was a period of time during her maternity that now we have like a helper. Now my mother-in-law like comes over quite often. So, but at that point of time, Nat was taking care of Ollie alone for like a period of like almost 2 months during maternity, and like she really did it like superwoman style, like never ask for help, just own self handle. And so I think it was just more anxious for me to not be there. Like I think my biggest fear the entirety of that first 6 months, right, was like how do I not be useless, you know? And it's very easy to feel useless because your wife is like pumping or like breastfeeding, that alone you cannot do. Then like naturally she's awake for more hours because she needs to pump or like breastfeed for more hours. So it's like, oh, how do I make up for that? But then she's also thinking like 3-4 steps ahead with like the packing of bag and all this. And I feel like, oh no, I'm useless again. And then like I read a study that apparently women or like wives stress out whenever their husbands are like sitting around doing nothing. That's the most stressful a wife can get. I'm like, oh no. So then I end up sitting in the toilet for extra longer. I'm out of sight.
You know, I think that helped there. I honestly think that's the better plan.
Yeah, like it's better to be unseen than to be seen doing nothing.
Like when you walk with purpose. I think Jade Rasif taught me this. Before Jade told me, friends that I met in earlier parts of my life, they are very adamant, even if they can afford a helper, or even if they already have a helper at home, right? They don't want the helper to take care. It must be 100% them because they feel like these memories all mean the good, the bad, the whole journey. Then there are friends that, for example, the moment they got pregnant, one of the first things they did was to get a live-in helper. Many people feel like then you don't have that bond with your child, or you might feel like you're missing out, or the first words or the first steps that they utter or make, it will be in the presence of the helper and not you. Do you all think about these things?
I do. But that's why I think I took time off also from work earlier so that I can spend more time with her.
I think it's about being very intentional about like the time that you spend also. Like it's going to be maybe sometimes equal or sometimes even less than like the helper or like the village that's helping. But it's knowing that when you're there, you're really, really there. You're not like half the time on your phone or like you're half the time doing work. I think that was quite important. And like I think we're very lucky also because like our helper is very conscious of that. She knows that she's not here to be replacement for our parent, you know. So like whenever we're around, so she knows to like, okay, this is parent time.
Like they see this level 2 difficulty one. She's not gonna come in.
Even Ollie is able to recognize that like he will come to us, you know, like for certain things, like whenever he's distressed or whatever. So like, I think that bond is important, but it only comes from really intentionally spending that time.
Through observing Jay especially, I think what I realized is that, or rather I think it's through casual conversation, she shared that it's not that she's not there for a kid. She's there, and her memories with her child and the child's early memories of her, right, are almost 99% positive.
Yeah, it's happy memories.
Yeah, because there's no point where the child, while changing diaper, shit on your hand, then shit in your mouth. Like she just does not have that because there is help. So her time with her child, it's almost full positive. It's playing, taking care. I carry you, I show you this, I buy you this thing, let's go shopping. So both of them have very good memories of each other. And I thought, that's a fantastic way to see it, to like, if you feel a guilt.
Yeah.
But of course, it's a privileged thing to have to be able to afford helper.
Yeah. Actually, I agree. Yeah, because there's so many times where I think the helper also helped us with the like cleaning of stuff and then cooking, laundry, milk bottles. And so not to mention, I think it's
it's dividing the work because like you have sometimes maybe you have a helper, you can be the primary caregiver, you still need a helper to figure everything else out, the laundry, the cleaning. If you're doing both also, then you're not having 100% also on the child. So I think it depends. Everybody has different levels of privilege also, but it really helps lah. Doesn't take away anything of being a parent, I think.
When was the last time you all were on a date?
We went on a date together with Toto. So we didn't have like a 2-person date. No, we went for a wedding dinner just last week.
Oh,
Yeah.
There's someone you need to pay.
How about your weekends? Actually.
You have no more weekends.
It's a ermong.
I think it's just an age thing because when your kid becomes a certain age where like you really don't mind bringing her out a lot, right? It actually becomes a little bit more fun. Like for us also, like we were very protective of our son until like I think maybe 6 to 8 months, and I'm known to be like a homebody. I don't want to go out. Also, like my wife always like, hey, let's go out. Suddenly with our son, right? Like I want to go out every Sunday so I can show him something new.
Show him the world, right?
Yeah. So people say like you become less spontaneous. Actually, we became more spontaneous to find out new things, and suddenly like really random stuff that you didn't think was cool in Singapore. Like you see Singapore, nothing. Actually, everything become interesting. Zoo become interesting. Museum become interesting.
I agree. So
really though, are you bored? Are you bored?
No, I absolutely love it.
One of my fears also, right? I mean, not really fear lah. One of the things that I think is gonna be a pain point should I be a father is that I don't know how to hang out with a child for a whole day. Like, I'm very happy to babysit any one of my godchildren, right? But I feel like I can do 2 hours, 3 hours, then there must be something to do, like give me their homework. Then let's work on their homework together. Or like after this, I need to fetch them, go tuition. Then like, I'm okay with that. But if it's just 3 hours, do anything you want, entertain them, but don't watch TV for too long, then I'm like, shit, then we're going to watch TV for like how long is too long? 1 hour, then like 2 hours, what are we going to do for 2 hours?
But I think they entertain themselves, I would imagine.
No way, my godson look at me and say, Abba, I'm so bored.
How was it?
Bro, he big, he's 7 like so then it's a direct hit to me because it's my house. It's only him and me.
Yeah.
So what he's saying is you are boring, you know? So then I said, it's okay to be bored. I'm bored too. But like, bro, what else is there to do?
No, then after that, you're both continue sitting in awkward silence.
No, then you go for a walk. Shall we go waterway point? I was like, I don't know, man. Like, no, I only needed to learn that lesson once.
Okay.
Now, if I kena a shift, which I'm happy to, we will do the third thing. Like we go see aquarium. We have to do the third thing.
Yeah.
I don't know what to do. I cannot talk. Like what kind of conversation are we having? Like how's the day? How's school? How's your friends? Who's your best friend? You like this girl? It's like
no, but I think if you treat like talking to kids as like talking to a friend, I think it's okay. Like I realize I'm quite good at that. I can somehow create conversations with kids.
Yeah.
Like
Toto.
No, not Toto. Like generally kids. I'm quite okay with maintaining long conversations with them. Like for example, I can create scenarios and then like for example, there's a tiger here. Then they will like that kind.
Like for an hour.
Yeah, I can. I really can.
That's crazy, bro.
Yeah, I really can. Prior to meeting Lulu, I was based in Taiwan, and then I was.
I don't know why I thought you were going to say like Africa.
But fun fact, there are no tigers in Africa.
So I was always with this influencer couple, and then they had a kid. And then I realized I was quite good at that because they were always away, and I was always with the kid. And then I managed to every day 6 hours, 8 hours, I can be with her, and then we can just talk about stuff.
Wow.
It doesn't have to make sense, but we can just and they're like, oh, there's a tiger, run. I can do that.
Right.
But of course, like physically, it's very draining. I don't know whether I can do it now.
Yeah.
So I kind of believe that if I talk to her like an adult, she will also grow up to have that mentality. And then one day she will give responses that will like blow you away.
Unlike Bert, I struggle to do that. Like I think with my niece and nephews also, I can't like do too much of that for too long. Maybe half an hour is like my max. Which is why I was always very worried about myself as like a dad. Actually, a lot of child psychologists say that like the thing that kids want to do actually is just to participate in your world. They want to actually try and mimic your life also. So like actually, you talk about the third thing, right? You don't actually really have to go to the aquarium. You can just do your chores, like your errands or whatever, and then just tell them what you're doing. So, like, maybe at 7, I'm not sure. But like I think from like 2 to like 6, right? Actually, it's just like, okay, come, we're going to the bank. This is how we withdraw money. You want to press the button. Then after that, now we're going to pick up dry cleaning or whatever. Like, then I realized actually with Ollie, maybe he's still young. He's turning 2. I really can just go about my day. So if I am solo parenting that day, right, I really just go and do my own errands. Like,
No, I understand. But what if in the afternoon, right, you have been sleeping the whole day, or let's say you have been watching TV the whole day, or all these things you're not gonna do with kids, man. You know what I mean? Or you intend to play computer games the whole day.
But those things suddenly became less important. Like I used to be very FOMO. Like all my friends playing like Call of Duty this afternoon. Then like, I always want to play. Then suddenly, like when I became a parent, like it just became unimportant.
Really?
Yeah.
You didn't have to coach yourself. It's just like your body kicks in.
There were people that would like literally be in a group chat like, hey, faster come on, right? I didn't need to feel like, oh, I need to find a way to wiggle room to put him to sleep to play or whatever. It's just no.
Yeah, I agree. I agree.
Wow, so sick.
I agree.
It's because you have no more energy. And you have no extra energy for that.
You are the Grinch of parenting.
Yeah, but then you really get to optimize your time. Like you know what is then really important.
Yes.
You know, that is what made that mindset shift from not wanting to wanting. To me, it's actually quite monumental because I think I'm very lucky in life whereby we started the business when we were young, and then the business grew to a certain level, and we're now looking at succession plan and all that stuff. And I feel like there are the levels that I really want to clear when I'm 20, and I have seen most of them, and I can see how they will be cleared already. Like sometimes when I'm in casual conversation with friends, right, and then I will say this line, especially when we talk about succession, right, I will say I'm ready to die, and it's not suicidal. Like I don't want to die. Like I'm happy with my life, but what I'm trying to say is that take up more space, use up more resource, go and burn more fuel so I can see the world. Like, what is more in life? Or wait for the next, like wait for the company to collapse. You know, wait for the next heartbreak, then try and rebuild your business again. Like I don't get it anymore.
Yeah.
I think that's the stage I was in, you know. And then like I saw there's this binder that my man had of like newspaper cutouts and interviews and of me. And one day when she feels like her end is near, she's gonna give me this file, I guess. And then what am I gonna do with it? I'm gonna hug it and die. You know what I mean? What a terrible way to live. And then that's why I feel like let's load the new map.
Yeah. So I also believe that I want to be the parent I wish I could have when I was a kid.
Yeah.
So prior to coming to this podcast today, right, I was thinking, okay, what is my main thoughts, right? I think like for her, she gave me a new life. Wow. But then Toto gave me a new lease of life. So I guess she really gave me something to look forward to from the day she was born and then onwards. Like what can I do for her to make her a happier child? I think it's not that complicated. I think it's really like conversations with your loved ones, your village, and then planning ahead so that you don't get lost in the entire sea. Because there's so many things along the way that will change.
Yeah.
Like it's ever changing. I think you can think of a basic way of like, okay, of course we try our best. Okay, we buy certain plans for her so that she is covered by certain things. Every month we will put a certain amount of money into a bank account just for her future.
Right.
But other than that, whatever happens when our kid grows up, she's free to do whatever she wants to do. That's going to be on her, I think.
Yeah, I think the same way. Like I think like there was a quote by Steve Harvey, and it's relation to father and son, but I think it's replicable, which is that there's no other man in the world other than your father who actually wants you to do better than him. And like I can completely relate to that because like I like you as a person. I don't want you to do better than me. You know what I mean? Like.
But I do want you to do better than you. Okay.
Thanks, Papa. Sorry, that was so sweet. And like I feel like now I am a vessel for him to succeed. Like I'm almost the least important person in my family now. Because everything I want to do is to gear him up for success. Like if that makes sense. So it's almost not about my legacy, it's about...
But then you read another book, then you say you're putting too much pressure on the child.
Oh no, but you can do whatever you want. It's just setting up...
Whatever he wants, I'm there.
For success. Yeah.
Is there a moment so far that like you look at Toto and you feel like, wow, like all this is worth it?
When she finished her milk, I'm like very stressed to feed her every day.
Right.
Yeah.
But adding to a point, I think it's like really all the little wins like the little successes that really pushes us on every single day. Like it's really just the simplest thing, like feeding her the entire bottle, that keeps us very happy.
Yeah.
So I think it's really those stuff.
That to me is the definition of loading a new map.
Yeah, it
Because
is.
it's not like you lost the progress in the previous game.
Yeah.
You're only a new map. Now you're acquiring skills again.
Can I say the next stage, right? So we just started sending our son to childcare, and the first few weeks like quite difficult. But now, right, like to pick him up is like my favorite thing in the world. To see him smile because you're like he sees you and take him home, damn sure.
But how about the morning drop off?
Tough. But he used to cry a lot, and then now, right, like I think this morning we sent him. He cried a little bit when he recognized the gate. Then after he like okay already.
Right.
Like once he see the teacher and he like comfortable, right? Like, must be girl one. He love girl.
Yeah.
He see the teacher, he like okay ready, let's go, let's have some fun. Then
She
he's like
flick his mullet.
yeah. Sometimes don't even say bye, so just like ciao.
Right.
Okay lah, you know.
That's the break. Do you call it? Bye.
No, they're just like that.
Did you cry?
Allow the wind to blow.
The first time I sent him, I cried.
cried,
I cried because like he just kept crying, and we had to let him go, right? Then I just told like my wife, are we doing the right thing or not? Is this a bad thing that we're doing?
Because he's learning.
They have different teams. So we sent him to Little Paddington, right? And then they have different teams. So every, like last week was a water transportation. So they learn about boats and submarines. And then you can bring your own like boat toy. Then everyone will do a show and tell to like instill confidence.
So the 2-year-old there can say things like
Submarine.
There's a range, so 18 to 24 months. So the ones closer to 24 months can say boat or ship or submarine.
wow.
Yeah. No,
My sense of them, right, is that they overestimated the difficulty of pregnancy and they underestimated the first month.
Yeah, I agree. I think so.
Because I remember when you got pregnant, you texted me, and then there was a bit of panic. No, it's understandable. There's a lot of panic. Then I also not a father. I also haven't gone through the process, but I just like try and just say nice things. I don't know what to say. What do you want me to say? You know what I mean?
Now he say he want a ma bao bao.
It's a ma bao bao. Because I think like we talked a lot about like there's all this difficulty that you do go through, but that also kind of dissipates like the moment you see like a small cute moment and all that, right? Yeah, and then to go from that to now, I want another one, double of this. Like what?
What's the problem? Why? What's going through your head?
Because I think I've been through that cycle. I think I still managing quite well. Like my entire time sleep cycle. Although it's lesser, but I think it's still going well. Like
No, and it gets better from here. Now it's the challenging phase.
Yeah. So I think I get through the 6 months. I think I'm
You
confident
will
that
when you get through.
yeah. So after getting through the 6 months, then I think that other 6 months will just be a replicate lah. So when you get through that, you probably will be, I don't know, probably do better.
Loving skeptically.
No, you know the main reason he told me he want a second one is because 他讲Toto 不像他，所以他要我生多一个像他的 baby 给他。
That's a part
No, but I
reason.
mean, relief Toto doesn't look like you or no what?
I was just kidding. But I think the joy of seeing her through that 3 months, from her being that tiny like thing until now who she is today, like you can tell from her expression that when she's happy, when she really sees you and then she recognizes you, that's a very different kind of like happiness lah. Like,
Okay, so thank you very much, Bert and Lulu, for joining us and of course being so vulnerable with all your sharing, right? I think it's really quite interesting to me, especially the brain part, like the fact that there's a very tangible joy that literally unlocks when you become a parent. That's new to me. Yeah, so I think a lot of what we talked about today is hopefully to help you have these important conversations with your spouse or with your families before you have a child. So if you are not sure, what to talk about, what to cover, or how you need to approach certain situations, you can check out more information at www.madeforfamilies.gov.sg. Like, share, subscribe, and we'll see you in the next one. Bye-bye.
bye.
Wait, so did you all cut the umbilical?
I did. But I was like shivering. So at first I told the doctor I don't want to cut. Because I was like, I can't even see. I was very scared. The mask. I was like crying. Then my whole thing was like fogged up. Then I was like shivering. Then I was like, okay, I don't cut. Can you cut? They said, no, cut. It's like ceremonial.
You will regret if you don't cut.
Yeah, then I just like.
Actually,
I was like.